standing here on this stage as proud country Texas women supporting and celebrating the one and only Vice President Kamala Harris. A woman who's been pushing for what this country really needs right now: unity. It's impossible not to feel the energy in this room, the positivity, the community, the humanity. We are at the precipice of an incredible shift, the brink of history. I'm not here as a celebrity. I'm not here as a politician. I'm here as a mother. A mother who cares deeply about the world my children and all of our children live in. A world where we have the freedom to control our bodies. A world where we're not divided. Our past, our present, our future merge to meet us here. Imagine our daughters growing up seeing what's possible with no ceilings, no limitations. Imagine our grandmothers. Imagine what they feel right now. Those who have lived to see this historic day. Even those who are no longer physically with us. Imagine all of their sacrifice. The sacrifices made so we can witness the strength of a woman standing in her power. Reimagining what leadership is. For all the men and women in this room and watching around the country,
7 million people.
We need you. Your voice has power and magnitude. Your vote is one of the most valuable tools, and we need you. Your freedom is your God-given right, your human right. Everybody say Texas. Texas plays a pivotal role to change the course of our future. Texans and Houstonians from 3rd Ward, River Oaks, Sugarland, 5th Ward, A-Leaf, Memorial.
All right, so going into that, like I said, shout outs to Beyonce, and I gotta play this other dude in a second, but yeah, shout outs to Beyonce, shout outs to Obama, shout outs to Eminem. Of course, that was over the weekend where Eminem also did bring out President Barack Obama. And the crazy thing is, and if you, I don't know what city you live in right now or where you hearing my voice at, I would recommend doing your early vote. By the time you hear this, I will already voted because I'm definitely going first thing Monday morning to do my early voting because I just know, like, I don't want to sit here and play myself and wait in one of those lines. And I believe all the times, I want to say, if I remember correctly, I believe it's from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. to even be able to go and early vote. I know that, especially for anywhere in the state of Maryland, I believe that's the times. If it's not 7 a.m., it's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., but I believe it is 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So, of course, the earlier you go, or if you can go in the middle of the day, especially if you're doing early voting, just go ahead and get it out the way. Don't wait until the last minute, because I know if you wait until the last minute and you see those super long lines, most people will get frustrated and you're not going to want to wait in line. So you got a whole week to sit here and be like, let's go vote now and get it out the way. Like, don't sit here and wait until the last minute. Get your vote out the way. And just do it. Do the right thing. Sit here. I'm not telling people who to vote for, but I just feel like just do the right thing. Like, just don't play dumb. Do the right thing. And I'm not gonna lie, real quick. Even a quick little kind of shout outs to Joe Rogan and Donald Trump. Nigga, their YouTube numbers on that goddamn episode is ridiculous. I want to say the last time I looked at that. Let me see right now.
Oh, it already been out.
Yeah, it's out, nigga. That shit was like. Well, they got the clips all on Twitter, but what's Joe Rogan? How many did Joe? I just want to say how many it's at right now. That shit at like something. Yeah, 31 million, 2 days. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure. And the crazy thing is, Uncle Shay Shannon Shop, you had you your nice little run. You had almost a year. It almost made it to a year that you had that YouTube jump, but it looked like, I mean, at the pace that Joe Rogan and
he got what's name coming, right? He got her coming.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily know if that's going to break I don't know if that's gonna break his that Cat Williams, that Trump. I mean that Trump at the pace it is going. I'm not saying it may stop, it may slow down now. I don't necessarily know, but at the pace it's going right now, it do look realistically like.
What is the Cat Williams right now? What is that at?
Let me look. Cat Williams interview,
because I'm sure they
81 million. Oh, so it might not catch it.
I think the
81 million is crazy.
And I don't think she would say anything controversial.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, I don't necessarily know. I don't think I'm not putting that bar for her. I think for Joe Rogan, his only fighting chance to catch Shannon Sharpe again for the 81 million was the Donald Trump joint. Like I said, in 3 days right now, it's at 31 million, but you still got another 50 million to go. I don't necessarily know if it's going, because like you said, it's not too many crazy sound bites from that interview to even make people want to, like, all right, if you're going to listen to the Joe Rogan and Trump joint, you just going to go listen to it. I don't necessarily know if 50 million more people going to listen to it before the election, because realistically, you basically sit here saying he going to need 51 million people to go run and listen to it in the next 2 weeks, because I'm sure that's not an interview that people gonna say I'm gonna go back and listen to after I already go vote. Like after you already vote, then it's kind of just like you don't even honestly really, you may not buy into, you know what I'm saying, you might not care no more. Like a lot of that stuff is not going to move you as much. But I do want to play a clip of Charlamagne was on CNN, and that's one of the things when I kind of just because I got a homegirl of mine, and I was like, and I told her, I was like, yeah, she is a heavy Joe Budden fan. I was like, that is the difference in the separation for those two. Like I get it, like yeah, Joe may lean heavy in the hip hop space, but yeah, Charlamagne be on he playing on a whole different ball game when it comes to this type of time. Charlamagne's on that. God damn, how the hell I missed that? Charlamagne. Damn, what the fuck? I play this Eminem joke.
You know, I have done a lot of rallies, so I don't usually get nervous. But I was feeling some kind of way following Eminem. Now notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Vomit on my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
Shout out to Obama. I was just playing that real quick, trying to find where the hell is my Charlamagne clip at? What the fuck? Oh my, gotta find this song. Why the hell I can't? Have y'all seen that joke? Real quick, while I'm just thinking about. Have y'all seen that? What's the dance real quick? Just because of why I'm trying to find the Charlamagne joke. Have y'all seen that? What's the nigga name? Shamar? What is his name? What's the little? It's Shamar. That's his name, Shamar. Mm-hmm. No, that fucking dance is. I swear to God. Oh my God, bake bitch, bake. Oh my God. Oh my God, that is the most disrespectful, wildest challenge ever on God green earth, dog. People are going to hell for. Oh my God, that challenge is hilarious, dog. Huh? You never seen? It's like the kids. I mean, it's adults doing it too, but it's like, you haven't seen the. I don't. Is he from here? No, he's not from here. Rolling right from here. But it's a little nigga. He crippled, and I guess he crippled and he gay.
Funny mouth.
Yeah. But he on the. Remember the girl who had the feature from who she had a feature from? She had a feature from Cardi B.
Okay.
And then, but she basically, it's a song called it's called Bake. Oh, here I got the Charlamagne joint. It's called the joint is called Bake, but they literally be like, what's the joint? Bake, bitch, bake, and then they be just literally like they hit their body and then cramp up and then be like bake, bitch, or something, and they do the little dance, bend their body up, and then they'll be like clock it. I don't know. No, the name of the song is Clock It. That's the name of the song. The name of the song is Clock It, but this shit is so fucking funny. So I swear to God. Oh, I'm sure the song. If that song wasn't like that girl wasn't sad, I swear to God I would play, because that song is so fucking funny, and people be doing it and literally making their whole body be like you. Damn near like the part of the dance is making yourself look crippled. Like I'm like, bro, y'all going to hell for that.
The rhetoric of Donald Trump. Gonna go. Apparently, Trump's going on.
So real quick, okay. So this is Charlemagne on CNN, and he's having a back and forth with Anderson Cooper. And the crazy thing is, like on Twitter, I don't know what Charlemagne do to people, but I know Twitter is not a safe place for Charlemagne. And he always talk about it on the Breakfast Club. He hasn't been on Twitter in a long time, but I've seen so many people reposting this and like, oh my God, I can't believe that I like Charlemagne again, or oh my God, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Charlemagne. So I'm going to play this clip again. Like I said, this to me is just the separation of just like, when you comparing like personalities in the media space, I kind of almost like you look at it like a basketball player, and I feel like Charlemagne is just a complete basketball player because like he can hit the three, he can dunk on you, he can play defense, he can get rebounds, he can do whatever the coach needs him to do because he can talk about hip hop, he can talk about politics, he can talk about the mental health stuff, he can talk about marriage because he's been married, he can talk about being a father, like he can talk about damn near everything, and he does it very flawless. Like I mean, of course, the only spot I'm sure realistically he may lack in a little bit if he's not really in tune to the artist. Maybe music, and of course because I mean you older, and that guy, to go back into the conversation I was having earlier about Lil Durk
is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Aren't we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's so unpatriotic. But a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election and nobody cares. Like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson,
yeah,
who gives a damn?
Well, I mean, I think you give damn who's elected president, and
yeah,
I'm asking
that president is a fascist. That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about, once again, terminating the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents. Yeah. Like that rhetoric doesn't scare people.
We talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been talking about this every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well, am I wrong, Angela? Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
That's
no. Go ahead, Anderson.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours. Okay, but to say that we're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black, like
I've seen that. I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot. Now that's bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody is.
Oh, I'm not saying
Kamala
you.
Harris
I said the network.
He said the network.
I don't think anyone I don't think any anchor on this network has been going around saying, "Is she black?"
Y'all never had
definitely.
We have had. Look, I'm sure we have had, nutty people or people who have strongly held beliefs who I may disagree with, who somewhere on some panel have said something, but
yeah.
I will just speak up for what I do on the show. I do believe it's important to get people different viewpoints as long as they're willing to have a legitimate conversation. What I don't like are surrogates who come out and just spout talking points that they don't even believe. And those are people I tried to eliminate from having ever on the air again.
I think no network has honest conversations about Donald Trump. Nobody's had honest conversations about Donald Trump since 2016. I saw last night they were talking about, the double standard that exists between Donald Trump and the vice president. But it's always a double standard with Trump, whether it's with Hillary, whether it's, against Biden, now with Kamala. We talk about him being a threat to democracy, but we don't treat him like one.
I don't know what you've been watching, but I don't know of any Trump supporters out there or people who like him who are tuning in to me every night to try to get, to be validated in their opinions. I don't know. I don't know. I disagree.
I don't think it's about validating. What you mean, validating the Trump?
Well, you're saying that we're not, that I guess you're saying I'm not discussing all the things he is saying and doing and pointing it out.
So like I said, again, that is just, to me, is one of the reasons why Charlemagne is one of my favorite people, because I do think after a certain age, you should be able to be equipped enough to have in-depth conversations about whatever it is. I feel like especially adult conversations. Of course, some of the younger things, it may be a little bit harder because, you are older. I guess your ear for certain things may not realistically be the same. But I do think, especially at this point in time, like where we're at right now in 2024 and how important, it don't matter who you want to go vote for, how important it is for you not to be able to stand 10 toes and have these conversations. I don't think realistically when we're talking about whoever, especially when we in the hip hop media space, I don't realistically think you should ever compare anybody to Charlamagne. Like I understand that, yeah, Joe Budden is a great, listen to what I'm saying. I say it all the time, he's a great podcaster, but he ain't Charlamagne, dog. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you niggas that. Like he maybe a little bit discredit to himself because he just doesn't pander to the nigga audience as much no more like he used to. And that may just come with just growth and just age. But I don't think realistically after that type of the campaign he been on, bro, please don't compare him to that nigga. Like that ain't even, them two people shouldn't even be put in the same weight class. I do want to play a dating relationship little